I also come now for can thank our people them for the contributions, the support we don't give for the Ambazonian people them. Make we start with the news way it come out first for Bamenda. Today, when a Monday, when a country Sunday for Ambazonia, the Ambazonia Defense Forces Bamenda Brigade, it launched a big operation. And for that operation, they scatter and chakara. They be plan that trap. We una know. Una know that fine trap where they set them fine. They set the trap very fine. For that trap way that they use and for catch amoka. So as La République du Cameroon, they think say now their amoka they go fi use them for work inside Ambazonia. Since Ambazonia would already defeat them, they think say now the fi work for Ambazonia or amoka. Now we ADF say for any problem with La République create ADF the create solution. So ADF it don't make this trap them we all wanna know. Now wait today for that side for the Bamenda Brigade, they go put that trap and they just the wait make La République du Cameroon they frogs them. Now so that they come with that their ammo car they come. Now with the trap ADF just know say as they reach that place it just knock them. Boom! Make a show on the video. Make una hard over sweet.
Fine. Ready for our knock a weapon. You two knock him. Fine. Unka champagne. My only man. Check cry for up. My only man. My only man.
Yeah. Today na so we don't knock one moto. Una go here na render the shoot. Yeah, we don't knock one moto. Na 29 of March. So now 8 boys and this. Yeah, so we don't knock one moto. Yeah. The motor they down. The motor they park. Yeah, the motor they park. Na render one moto. Yeah, na 8 of this. Yes, one motor they down for Alabukam na this. Na one motor that for back. Now so past 3.
We are sending out this video to show the Cameroon military, the enabler.
Ready for our knock a weapon. You two knock him.
Fine.
Unka champagne. My only man. Check cry for up. My only man.
So Ambazonians, La République du Cameroon, Nagitibo be tell them, you not feel win this kind of war. You not feel win a people them inside their own country. You not fit. You not fit. Ambazonia don't finish you now. Wanna pack out. Probably pack out. The ammo car, they jam them. The people them for the boys them for Manu. Now so they jammed the other one. They knock them the other day. Now just a few days ago for Manu, they just knocked them for Imojok. Then that's how they scatter them. Today again for Alabukam, they don't scatter one. So how you feel money for this kind of war? With this generation who don't chop fire? How you feel fight this kind of generation? For beginning where they don't chop fire. Say their mommy, papa, brothers and sisters, they must be free. How you feel fight this kind of war, Pobia? How an old man, we almost 90-something years old, how you go man can fight this kind of generation where you get sense? Well, people they never even know when they enter for Ambazonia, they never even know place where they did for Ambazonia. They never even know the quarter, they never even know the city where they did it, they never even know the street. How you manage to fight this kind of war? No wonder that they end up for commit massacre them. Because we not did them. So we want to take this time for salute the big general for the Bamenda Brigade, for the ADF headquarters for Alabukam. We cut on a cafe for una walk this afternoon and for bring down that one ammo car. One ammo car will they take off the streets of Ambazonia. It means say what people they be more safe and they be say Ambazonian life they be more protected. So the forces for Alabukam, we thank now, and also the forces them for Manu, where they carry out that action a few days ago for a Imojok. We want to tell when I say we'll be very proud of now. We want to tell when I say we'll be very happy for the sacrifices and the commitment we want to make up. for defend the block, for defend the great state of Manu, for give the people of Manu the pride of the liberation, because Manu be not over quiet until we carry out this action. So all the forces them for Manu, regardless of which group we defy day, we want code una cafe, and we want salute una plenty, and we want tell una thank you on behalf of the people for the great state of Manu, on behalf of the great people of Imojo, and on behalf of the Ambazonian people. We want tell una say una don't rise up for restore the dignity and the life of the Ambazonian people they don't take them away from them. So forces for Manu, una place day. The forces for Labukam, una place day. We thank una plenty. Make I bring una this video where we see what happened for a video don't come off outside where it is show an Ambazonian. It is show the enablers, the colonial enablers. Where La République du Cameroon, it don't put them for inside Ambazonia, for terrorize the Ambazonian people them, for terrorize our population, for subjugate our people them, using acts of torture, terrorism, and intimidation, for force our people them, make they accept for live under occupation, and under Cameroon, they are terrorist government. Video don't come up for ground zero, where it is show say a certain colonial deal, one colonial deal. We put that video for up and for air. I hope so. I think so. When I do already see that video, but fine, make we talk and make our people the one there for ground zero. 90s. Now a certain colonial deal this where now an Ambazonian where they don't hire you, make it become an enabler, a person where they sponsor terrorism, a person where they sponsor the killings and the massacre for Ambazonia, a person where now they commit the crimes of colonialism and occupation of Ambazonia on behalf of the Cameroon government. I hope say all when be don't watch this video. But if I make our people then two for ground zero, where most of them maybe they never watch this video, maybe watch this video. For this video, when I see now one of the enablers in that, when now that they administer occupation and colonialism, it don't gather the population for threaten people them and force our people them. For this video, when they can't watch them, now a video where they don't bring people them together, they pull people them from the public, and when I will see say they go take these boys them, now for go kill them. When I watch.
Who? And who again? Come for front here. And who again? But you come for front. They buy petrol and Mona yesterday. This petrol and bond this good, they buy a Mona. Now who again is that petrol?
First of all, now an accusation for sell petrol not been a crime. They got petrol station and they will they sell petrol. But why this enabler? You know go carry all their people where they sell petrol from Total, from Shell, and all the other petrol station them. Why you no go call other people them? Why you no go accuse na those people them? Say they buy petrol from them. Now only petrol that you use them for light fire for something. No. Because they be Ambazonians. So this one are just mere accusation. We talk say these people that they sell petrol. And for sell petrol for Ambazonia and even for La République, that's until it be legal. They go buy petrol for different country them, can't retail them. Just like they retail kerosene. When I watch.
If you hide a tissue out for the crowd, you are in serious trouble. All petrol sellers come in front here. This petrol, they burn this school, they buy it for them. Jari boy they buy petrol.
Now an accusation. It not be founded on anything, on any fact. Just because they sell petrol, he don't accuse them.
Yesterday. And una know very well which when Ndage and the other parents they do with Jari to keep them. Una know. They will come out and buy una petrol. Una say the other day be their village. They can't turn the thing with una know very well say that bad picking them. Una they hide them. When they come born school, now come so that they cry.
Una don't hear. Now in that, it talk now, it go now for the ear for the colonial terrorist gendarme. Now for the ear now it go talk.
Now school this way, una know where to make church we go through to build this school. A structure like this is not found in 2 or 3 villages for the whole of the subdivision. Una get them, sit on a bona. Okay. Now how many petrol for there? Okay, bye. Petrol seller. You say a government school. Stand there. Basta. New president, join them. Achaba. Who's on the president? Who's on the president? You join them. You join them. You are Achaba now. Join them. Usana man the way pikin where Amber marry pikin. Usa ide. Ndage marry na we pikin dey ya. Na who? Na usa ndage mami dey. Ndage bi don take you go. Come. Usa ya pikin. You never know.
No, talk for you.
No, I don't care.
I don't know me the place where it is.
Una pikin dey can't turn for village. Una dey hide am. No be so.
No, because if you see you.
No, you no fit ever talk. I know the number of times when you see a pikin dey hide am. You dey hear? You dey hear? The pain wey a pikin dey cause am, you suffer am. You dey hear me? Yes, you. Now you hand work this all with the other one. Who's that? Who's that fine phone there?
Na me this sir.
Yes. Who's that get pikin there?
He did for my house. Na so.
That get because see
No, I don't even see that. Since that time when we come on go. See today I know I seen that. As I don't carry report, I take my pikin back since that day to today. And me I don't even try to take pikin then go out for school.
They have keep the second woman first.
My pikin.
Yeah, that get 2
He been a second woman. The first woman they don't go with her.
People don't go with them.
They go well and Nigeria.
Who's the first woman party? They will be house for Gotom now.
You ain't got up.
Who's that? He didn't Gotom.
You ain't got up.
Okay. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now you stand aside. Now 10. Well, really down about you.
All right, Ambazonians. When I don't watch the video, when I don't see what it don't happen when I say safe. Now just pure Ambazonian citizens and that. They can't select them for crowd. They not commit any crime. They not charge them with any crime. They not provide any evidence. Now just mere accusation. It not like you, it move you for crowd. You be mommy for fighter, they move you for crowd. You are picking married fighter, and they discover saying a fighter, You that mommy, they move you for crowd. Now Ambazonians and that, from this video, it could probably be at the last time we will see those people. From this video, it could be at the last time with those villagers, those communities, they see their community members. They see their relatives because some person just accused them. Because some person not like them. Because some person, whether they call it an SDO, if they say the people, they don't rise up. All those people, they don't carry them for go execute them. As he tell that mommy, I go teach you lesson. Now they face this way, the Ambazonian people, that they face up under occupation. Now the reason these were people that they rise up for fight. Because they don't get a say, they don't get an opinion, and they be guilty just because some person talks so. And it ends so. Make this one be a reminder for always. It be a reminder for all the people for diaspora. Those 11 people, they don't disappear them. For all we know, when I did for Twitter, when I take this video, when I tweet about it, Human Rights Watch, Amnesty International, all the relevant organizations and where they fit use them for hold the Cameroon occupying government, colonial government, accountable for these disappearances of the Ambazonian people. Then. But for all we make it just remind we why we go for stand for fight for the dignity of our people. Then. You feel be with the next one. The next Ambazonian will be the next one. The next Ambazonian will be the next one. Now the goal this of the occupier for intimidate, for terrorize the people them. All those things that they do them. Now for make sure say the entire population it live in fear so that nothing rise up anymore. Now they go them this. That's why they do those things. But make those things, they make every single community for become more determined. So that people they feel live. All right. Now make our end by I'm not showing this one. Who said that video for yesterday? I hope so when I don't watch that video yesterday with the yesterday with the Ambazonian Defense Forces through the Supreme General of ADF, as soon as Sabi since they launched the Stabilization Force project, the Ambazonian people them through the trust where they don't get them for the Governing Council of Ambazonia, through the trust where they don't get them for the leadership of the Governing Council of Ambazonia, and through the trust where they don't get them for the Ambazonian Defense Forces. They make a lot of contribution. And the Governing Council, it translate those contributions through the ADF, it translate those donations and commitment through the ADF into real materials on the ground immediately. A few days ago, the ADF brigade for the great state of Menchun, they give them supplies for make sure say that block be strong under a total command and control. Yesterday, and I don't see video where we don't put them for outside, with the ADF, they don't supply more materials through the funding we they give, through our contributions to the ADF brigade for Bui. Now part of the stabilization plan, this way Dr. Abacho, he tell the Ambazonian people, for stabilize all those communities so that they become more stronger. While they focus for build a bigger force, what they call and say Akamatsu, or the stabilization force. Now the accountability this, and the transparency this for the money on the game. I want to take this opportunity for thank all our mommy them, all our papa them, all our uncle them, all our auntie them, all our brothers them, all our sister them. Say on Saturday, when all we can gather for start phase 2 of the stabilization force. The support we want to give the leader, the support we want to give the project, it be overwhelming. And we'll be extremely grateful for the trust we want to get them, for the leadership, and for answer the call for the liberation. We'll be extremely grateful. Just the stories we hear them and the kind of sacrifices we people that they make them for support the project on behalf of the Ambazonian people then. For make sure say we liberate the land quick. And something we make, when I just think about it, we'll be just very happy for all now. And one tank on a plenty. One tank on a plenty. So the family, where mommy and where papa for America, where they open the box with $5,000 donation. One thing when I say we'll be very, very thankful. This family, it don't do a lot for the Ambazonian people then. A lot for humanitarian, a lot for the prisoners, a lot for the IDPs, and they don't put the greatest amount of investment for the liberation through the ADF. So that family, the mommy and the papa, and they're picking them. One time when I say, on behalf of all Ambazonians, our defense forces, it might be a very beautiful people, a very caring people. We thank you plenty. On behalf of Dr. Ibai office and the ADF leadership, one time we thank you. We thank you plenty. For all the people there, from the $10 to the $100 to the $300, no contribution be small. We value everything. It adds up for which the leader want accomplish and for the Ambazonian people, for we as a people. My appeal for all we will appeal and say make the forces on the ground, they continue for work as one. Make the forces on the ground, they continue for work as one, for collaborate as one. While we ask and appeal for the forces on ground zero to collaborate as one, we also appeal for the political leadership and the key stakeholders of the two main groups where they make up the Ambazonian War of Independence. We not the ask ground zero, make the work together, they collaborate together for defeat the occupier on the ground. The political leadership we now Dr. Ayabachodi lead the War of Independence. He get for carry that leadership also. For lead the Ambazonian people there. For a good way, where if he ensure effective collaboration, anyhow, where the leadership get for shape up for the Ambazonian people there. While people they believe for leadership because now they work that way, it require of leadership. Leadership not been a some easy thing. It not be easy for make political compromises. It not be easy for work with people then when you disagree with them. It not be easy for work with people then when you not trust them. It not be easy for work with people they don't call you bad name or plan for do all kind of things against you. It not be easy. Liberation by itself not be easy. There were people that don't be determined and they don't be committed. For say we must defeat Cameroon. And we'll get for do them so both on the ground and diplomatically. Not been an easy process. But I hope say the conversation we'll get yesterday with Dr. G, at least it gives a spark of hope. For tell we how we do some of these things. And we think say Dr. G play a crucial role for help we build bridges and build trust amongst us. We do one. We'll be capable for remove the mistrust and bring in trust. For remove the suspicion and bring our people them closer. As the leader of our war of independence, the Ambazonian people, they get high expectations. The cross not be easy for carrying. So we understand, Dr. Ibacho. Not be easy cross for carrying for the collective good of all Ambazonians. The cross not be easy as AGOFC being the leading movement. It not be easy. That the thing that make leadership. We believe say you get the wisdom and you get the tactfulness for navigate the complexities of all these issues and deliver to the Ambazonian people. And build those alliances which will assure the complete independence and freedom for Ambazonia and reduce some of the internal sabotage and the internal fear for people that feel say they will leave them behind. Because sabotage they come. Now when some people they feel say they will leave them behind. Or when they feel say you don't become too powerful, too strong. So they would rather sabotage you. So a smart leader, a proactive leader, now how to minimize internal sabotage and build internal synergy. All right? You minimize internal sabotage. You need to do those things not because you want them. You need to do them not because not a requirement for success. Either we do them or the internal sabotage will continue. And then what people will be on the same spot. So it requires a lot of work. But that's what makes a great leader. As Nelson Mandela talk about. A leader na person way na a molder of consensus. A leader na a person way in the mold consensus for difficult issues. So the Ambazonian people, they get that expectation. Say for the difficulty where people they face them. As Cameroon don't be defeated on the ground. If we look for credible people them, where they feel help for move us forward. The Hague of Sina is a strong institution. And so with strong leadership, he also get the responsibility for make sure say we will not leave anything we go make, we go drag we back. If anything we do, we go for drag we back, we go for soften them, soothe them, for make it become a constructive force. Take anything we be negative, turn them into positive. If we do them, leadership like complex tasks. That's why a lot of people don't want to be leaders. Because it be very complex. But it takes a special person who will be very selfless and it be willing for go beyond your own thinking. It go beyond your own rules, your own boundaries, beyond your own setup, your own morality, for forge a society we will live up to the expectation of the result of the people there. Because some of you will get very fixed ideologies, fixed personalities. Anything will not correspond with who will be and how we see things, we just push them aside. All right? One thing will make a great leader is the ability to be flexible. Flexibility, now a core character trait for all successful leaders, all of them. all. The United States, after a while, they realize and say, you know what? Instead for just to fight this Taliban, why would not just work with these Taliban people then? But it takes them how many years before they come for that conclusion? Say maybe we'll just talk to these people. But if they don't put all policies, say they don't go ever talk to the Taliban. That one may be a little bit of an extreme example. So we'll see how we reshape our own thinking for produce results. For produce results, you got to always adapt and shape your own thinking. Forget more power, because now the reason that you must forget that power, you get for more the energies them around you. Because if not be so, those energies will be put you for different places. So we'll continue with the stabilization force. Continue for make the ground may be very strong. Continue for battle la Republic for all the blocks. We project Ambazonia on the ground and diplomatically. Why the leader take all these things and shape the future for the Amazonian people then? Cameroon don't be defeated. It now be up to the Amazonian people then for how soon they want their country back. It takes political will. All right? But I talk this for today. I want to thank all man for the time when I don't join me for today. Would you talk on now again on Wednesday? If anything, they when an emergency, when I go hear from we. I want to just tell you now, my Facebook again, it don't be suspended. I don't know for how long for now. So let me say we'll go way back for YouTube. All right. So make us see. Yes, Man Ajale talk say it takes only a leader like Dr. Ayabacho for be able to do that kind of work. Yes, the thing that make you the kind leader for lead the Amazonian people through this complex time. It takes a complex leader with that kind of heart and a love for the people then, for be able to maneuver and navigate the complexity of cultural complex or cultural complexity. Any other question? Dr. G should start by contributing to the ADF. Dr. G, Mr. Ivolin talks say if Dr. G really be serious, may start by contributing to the ADF. All right, we hope so. Dr. G don't hear. We already have freedom now. We are fighting to preserve it. All right. Comrade Moore talks say yes, we already defeat la Republic du Cameroon. Now, not only for make sure say we preserve the freedom we already win now, and he thinks we need the stabilization force for do this thing. Thank you very much. Ground Zero needed all the time for boost population courage for the trust to trust the fighters. Thank you, Mr. Pierre Buba. Mr. Pierre Buba. Thank you very much. All right. Kumkumize them by everybody. Okay. Mr. Oyono. Okay. Mr. Joa Jr., you talk to PS. Thank you very much. All right. I never see any other question. So since no other question, no day, make a leave for here for today. Una stay fine. May God bless all una. Una continue. Oh, by the way, una sabi say we get the fundraising for the stabilization force. It will be on Saturday. With the real end of the month, it not be never actually happen. The real end of the month, it will take place now on Wednesday. And so some people, they not be never receive their salary for the end of the month. Some people, they not be never receive their pay for the end of the month. So what it mean, I say, for all the other people, they never receive their salary and their pay. That means say on Wednesday, I go come back for una. I go come, we finish the fundraising for who will be started on Saturday. For the people, the way they not be never receive their pay, because some people they talk say, oh, when I wait until Wednesday before the pay week. So on Wednesday, now this. Please, I have a question. All right, Mr. Gaba, go ahead with your question. I'll take your question very quickly. All right, Mr. Peoples in talk say, Dr. G, make Dr. G come up with a framework and then make it present them to the Hague of C. Yes, good suggestion, Mr. Peopleson. Dr. G, they say you come up with a framework and then you present them to the Hague of C. Mr. Gaba, I wait for your question. May you write your question and then I'll provide an answer so that we come out for it as quickly as possible. And then some person talk say, what about Edwingang? Yeah, I think say Mr. Edwingang, that person would think for bringing for ACN. We think say he get a lot for talk and you go find me the ambassador people hear from him. Mr. Gaba, I never get your question. All right, Mr. Gaba, I never get your question. We want to ask him, so we will leave him for today. So for all the other people that be talking, they will send their contribution at the end of the month. I'll come back on Wednesday, and then we'll continue with the fundraising, but it will be in a very short one. Okay. So for all our fighters and for ground, one tell us we'll be very proud of now. And then make I just pass this message on to the fighters. Any fighter we there for ground zero, and they under a good structure, reach out to the Ambazonia Defense Forces. Reach out to Comrade Capo Daniel. When I reach out for Capo Daniel, any group, any Ambazonia Defense group we there for ground. When I get good structure for ground, and when I the fight now for Ambazonia, we need for support the groups and where they there for ground. Now the responsibility of the Ambazonian people for make sure say the soldier they don't woke up for fight for Ambazonia, they get the support where they need them. And so the Ambazonia Defense Forces, it go continue for provide material support, not just to the ADF, but to sister forces and other forces them where they go come for join our people them for fight the war on behalf of the Ambazonian people them. They will continue for, excuse me, the Ambazonia Defense Forces, through General Efang, they will continue for provide good support for the sister forces them and friendly forces where they stand up now for fight for Ambazonia. All right? So when I reach out for Capo Daniel, we encourage our forces them for ground, for work together as one. As the more when I work together, the more we go the Ambazonia Defense Forces, it will continue for provide the kind of support where it will really find for them. Hello?
Yeah, I just want to highlight what I just asked as a question, just a bit of explanation. Maybe Dr. G can get it clearly. Is it okay?
Yeah, go ahead. Our people are listening.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I just want to give my own contribution to to the proposal Dr. G made on the interview.
Power on.
He made a
Bluetooth
very
pairing.
strong point. He's a doctor.
Bluetooth connected.
And I believe he has all what it takes to put people together. It doesn't mean only the frontline leaders, people emerge in a revolution like this. So I want to propose he should come out with that framework that he presented yesterday. And then in a documentation way, give to the Hague of C as his own part he is playing. Therefore, if he does that, we are going to see what Hague of C is going to do. Because sometimes when we talk, we give good ideas, we don't put actions, it doesn't work. So, Dr. G, I applaud you for your interview yesterday, and I hope you are getting my message. Please come out with the framework, document it, then collaborate with Hague of C and with the IV care, so that we should come out with that collaboration you said yesterday. We see how things go. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much. Now I brought that for that side for Europe. Now I don't call so for Turkey on. Make this one be very clear for all man. the Governing Council of Ambazonia, now the leading movement where the lead Ambazonia War of Independence, both on the ground and diplomatically. So now the leadership of the Governing Council of Ambazonia for on behalf of the Ambazonian people then, now I go the lead and shape how things they go happen in terms of what the Ambazonian people expect from the leadership from the Governing Council of Ambazonia as the leading movement. Now leadership that when you be leader, you be responsible for all man. All right, you be responsible for make things a worker forward. So the reason this way this conversation come up through Dr. G, and we encourage them for ground zero, the collaboration, effective collaboration, and for move all the way forward. But the leader, you go decide on behalf of the people then. So I talk this for today. Make all man stay fine. I also know say this talk, a very sensitive talk, a very sensitive topic for Ambazonian people then. I understand, I be aware, I understand say maybe even after this one I will get all kind of messages them. Just like we get all kind of messages them after I talk with Dr. G. We understand people they be very sensitive from all sides, left and right. Even small comment, what I make them for Dr. Makongo a post, I get all kind of reaction. That we understand this thing, but as a people, now the places we'll find ourselves and we'll get forget ourselves out of here. May God bless our man.
Yeah. Wana mokadi dang. Uronak one. Wana mokadi dang na so asu ritok na so. Naguya de reshoot. Wana mokadi dang. Unate biami kankari cara mutur kotap. Unaku rasai. Yeah, uronak one. Na wiji na 80. Uronak one. Na de reshoot. De worry na ourselves. Yeah. Wana mokadi dang. Uronak one. Wana mokadi dang na so asu ritok na so. Naguya de reshoot. Wana mokadi dang. Unate biami kankari cara mutur kotap. Unaku rasai. Yeah, uronak one. Na wiji na 80. Uronak one. Na de reshoot. De worry na ourselves. Yeah. Wana mokadi dang. Uronak one. Wana mokadi dang na so asu ritok na so. Naguya de reshoot. Wana mokadi dang. Unate biami kankari cara mutur kotap. Unaku rasai.